She hacked my phone at midnight and stole $400,000. What she didn't know was all a trap. The whisper hour. It was 2:17 a.m. when the bed shifted beside me. Not abruptly, just enough to register as a disturbance in the stillness. Elena, my wife of 6 years, eased out from under the sheets with the subtlety of a cat burglar. I lay motionless, my breathing slow and rhythmic, trained from years in the military to fake sleep when needed. Old instincts. In Afghanistan, pretending to be unconscious could save your life. Tonight it was going to save my future. She padded across the wooden floor, each step careful, silent, calculated. I cracked an eyelid just enough to catch the shape of her slipping out of the bedroom and down the hallway. Waited. 10 full minutes. Then I followed. Barefoot, silent, my heart hammering but my mind cold and sharp. I found her downstairs, seated on the sofa, the soft glow of my phone lighting up her face. My phone. Not hers. I recognized the cracked leather on the case. It wasn't a mistake. She'd taken it, unlocked it. Somehow. Perhaps while I was showering, maybe even weeks ago. She was scrolling through my banking apps, her fingers dancing across the screen with a familiarity that chilled me. She downloaded something, a generic-looking app with a bland name. Secure Finance. One of those names that could get lost in any phone's clutter. I watched from the shadow of the staircase. When a floorboard betrayed me with a groan, she turned sharply. "You scared me," she said with a breathless chuckle. "What are you doing with my phone?" Asked evenly. "Just looking at pictures. From our anniversary dinner," she replied too quickly. I nodded slowly. "All right. Bring it back upstairs when you're done." I turned without waiting for her response, the gears already turning in my head. What she didn't know was that earlier that very day, I'd received a cyber alert, a flagged login attempt to a sandbox bank environment I'd built. Fake. She thought she'd found gold. She had no idea she was digging in a mine I designed for thieves. Her vanishing act. 3 days later she was gone. No signs of a struggle. No hint of remorse. I came home from the gym on a breezy Friday evening and noticed the silence first. Then the gaps, her jewelry box emptied. Half her clothes missing. Her perfume bottle gone. On the kitchen island sat a single sheet of paper. "Don't call me. I've moved on. You'll survive. I'm finally choosing happiness. Goodbye." Taped to it. A printed bank receipt showing $400,000 drained from an account she thought was mine. No panic in my veins. No shock. I walked to my study, opened my secure terminal, and checked the real accounts. Untouched, and untouchable. You see, the bank she'd accessed was an illusion. A fully fabricated banking environment, coded, designed, even tested, to mimic my real Chase interface. From the fonts to the notification sounds, it was picture perfect. Except it wasn't connected to anything. The crypto wallet she transferred, the $400,000 from? Also fake. Shell. I called it Phantom Vault. And the real money? Long gone. Months ago, I'd moved everything into a secure trust under my name only. Elena never noticed because she was too busy sneaking around with a man named Caleb Reed, her boyfriend, who was about to get a lot more attention than he bargained for. The Queen returns. Tuesday. Morning sunlight filtered through the glass as I sipped coffee in a black suit at the dining table. Soft jazz playing behind me. The garage creaked open. She was back. I didn't move. Elena strutted in like a runway model, sun-kissed, hair curled, reeking of luxury and arrogance. Chanel clung to her skin like perfume-soaked guilt. 2 Louis Vuitton bags trailed behind her. Well, didn't even try to stop me," she said with a smirk. "Thanks to your mobile habits, I had a blast in Europe." She flopped into the chair across from me and tossed a flash drive on the table. "You made it too easy. Honestly, I almost feel bad." "Almost." I looked up, smiled. "You're right. It was easy." Her grin froze. I rotated my laptop toward her and pressed play. Footage rolled. Her accessing my phone, logging into the fake account, transferring funds to the decoy wallet. Then came photos, her in Paris, Rome and Ibiza. All timestamp. Then the kicker. A legal document with a header. Notice of financial fraud. Evidence submitted. Case 1087 FC. She blanched. What the hell is this? I stood calmly. That's the moment your fantasy ends. You're bluffing. That flash drive. I cloned it last night. It's got everything. GPS data, IP logs, even your chats with Caleb. He wasn't very loyal, by the way. A knock interrupted her unraveling. Open the door. Detective Silas Monroe, Financial Crimes Division, the man said, badge flashing. He stepped inside with an officer and a folder. Elena's jaw dropped. We're not here to arrest you, Ms. Voss. Not yet, Silas said. But we do have some questions about $400,000 worth of activity traced through your devices across Europe. She looked at me. You gave them all of this. I smiled faintly. I didn't need to. Caleb did. Her face crumbled. I slid my phone across the table. A photo of Caleb in cuffs, let out of a luxury condo in LA. He's been singing like a bird since 6 a.m. Broken pieces. 2 days later, Elena was out on bail, hiding in a cheap motel with no support left. Her firm had suspended her. Her friends ghosted her. And me. I poured a glass of Glenfiddich and opened my laptop one last time. Private YouTube link. A short, devastating compilation. Security cam footage of her midnight theft. Screenshots of the fake app. Caleb bragging in a recording. Elena was the easiest mark. Thought she was scamming her husband. She was just a mule. I sent the video to her boss. Her family. Her social clubs. Her former mentors. And yes, even the bridal group that once praised our perfect marriage. By nightfall, she was digitally crucified. Her Instagram vanished. Her firm released a public statement of separation. Even her mother sent me a message. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I didn't reply. Then the call came. Block number. You think you've won, her voice rasped. No. Found peace. That was never your goal. I'll tell them you manipulated me. They've seen the video. Good luck with that. Blick. Peace in the north. 1 year later, I stood on the balcony of my minimalist cabin in Iceland, overlooking Ingvallavatn Lake. The air was cold, clean. Untouched. After Elena's downfall, I liquidated my stateside assets, relocated, and opened a quiet firm under an alias. Northern Watch, helping betrayed spouses gather evidence, regain control, and reset their lives. Elena. She avoided jail with a plea deal but lost everything. She now worked behind the front desk at a near-bankrupt gym in Nevada. Her credit was in ruins. Caleb, meanwhile, got 10 years in Bahrain after laundering charges caught up to him. Last month I got an email from her. Do you ever miss what we had? I didn't open it. I didn't need to. Final words. The best revenge isn't fury. It's silence. It's rebuilding so quietly and powerfully that even your shadow leaves them behind. Was I too cold? Or was it justified? Tell me in the comments. And if you've ever been betrayed, you know exactly what this felt like. Subscribe for more stories. Where betrayal meets its match. Stay sharp. Because every con meets its reckoning. Eventually.